continue on that pace.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Taken from about the 12. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. On second down, a run with Hall. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that's going to make it 4th down. Now the Jets send on Braden Mann to punt. Back deep, Trent Taylor. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. A big kick, 50 yards that time with a return of 4. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. With the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage, while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
These two teams all tied after 1. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Bengals in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Here you go.
Now they go play action now. Burrow. He sets to fire deep. He's got a man complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. If there was one knock on Joe Burrow coming out of LSU, it was arm strength, but kind of put those doubts to rest right there. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
They snapped that at 1. Now it's Burrow. He'll drop this one down to Mixon. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan
The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this third down. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
Here we go, here we go.
Burrow going to keep it on the sneak. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th.
Well, you just totally get the sense there that a field goal was not in the game plan at all.
And the boys up front, they created the surge. I think they knew that they had the leverage advantage.
Oh, that's a great point there. Being able to get lower than the defensive front, create just enough space. And I love when those quarterbacks get low and slide in there and get it done.
They'll give it to Mixon. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
And the ball smacked down on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Another try for Mixon. A good display of power, but ultimately it gets him just inside the 5 to the 4 and no further. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. Mixon will take this one in. Touchdown, Cincinnati. He had the option to hand that football off. I think it's safe to say that he made the right decision. That was a heck of a run.
It certainly was, and when you mentioned the option, most people think the quarterback's not going to keep the ball. You know, in the NFL, that's usually not the recipe for being around too long. So when you do keep it, it often surprises the heck out of a defense.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. From the 10. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. That 7-0 lead in there is short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Daxton Hill picks it off, and the Bengals are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, you know, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. To throw again on 2nd down. Burrow. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Burrow to Boyd there for the Cincy first. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
11.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7.
Here we go.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Here we go. 11 MT. 11 mighty. 11 mighty. Stop.
They go play action with Burrow. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
11. 12. 11 mighty. 11 mighty. 11
Throwing again, it's Burrow. That's the tight end, Hurst, with it. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Add this game to the last one, and they moved the ball over 50 yards in 2 plays.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Again, it's Mixon. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
On 3rd down, Mixon. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Mixon with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Bengals will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. McPherson now for the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes the score. Bengals 21, Jets 7. Evan McPherson, the kickoff for Cincinnati.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Here's Elijah Moore now, bringing it out of his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Play action. It's Wilson. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it. That's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Here we go.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll try to run it in, going option right. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Burrow in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bengals will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Jets 7. Evan McPherson, the kickoff for Cincinnati.
4 seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away. Fields the squib kick right around the 30. So we have reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Bengals out in front. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. Fielded right around the 8. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line.
The Bengals take over 1st
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They will throw on first down with Burrow. He completes it to Boyd. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Mixon with a first down carry. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
Thomas. 11. 11.
On 2nd and a yard. Burrow. And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain there of 30 big ones.
They came out with an aggressive mindset to start the third quarter, and I wouldn't be surprised to see them take more of these type of deep shots as this game moves along. They connected there. They expect to connect on more before this one's over.
And down inside the 15 he goes. 46 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in for second half blowout material. It'll be Mixon on the out route as the pass is caught. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be 2nd down.
11.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
Sometimes I think these defensive tackles get a little bit of a bum rap. We just see them as big guys that eat up blockers for others to make tackles. Oftentimes they're quicker than they get credit for. And this time he used his quickness to make a play.
On 3rd down, Burrow to the right side and complete to Hurst. But he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down.
I thought maybe when he caught it, he'd have a good chance of getting that first down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
So on 4th down, off goes Burrow. On comes Evan McPherson for the Bengal field goal. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. McPherson's kick is good. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
From the 10. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
It's a gain of 8. That's good for a Jets. First down.
They go play action now. Wilson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss.
I think we've seen this before. If someone's down 3 scores, that situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, up at number 3 right now. 3-score game, third quarter, 3 and they have pressure coming, and they got him once again. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up third.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Well, partner, they certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the fourth quarter, Charles, but you got the football, you're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observations.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness.
Sauce Gardner picks it off.
And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because...
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Well, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
And that pick 6 a moment ago doesn't change things too much. They still seem pretty comfortable with a 3-possession fourth quarter lead.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Go.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Burrow. That is taken in by Hurst. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. So that changes things. Here's 1st and 10 all the way up at the 45.
11 MT. 11 MT. 11 MT. Take. 11 MT. 11 mighty. 11 mighty.
takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
He finds his running back, Mixon.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38. Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the fourth quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
And Burrow going to throw again. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Here we go, here we go.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. He gets this one to Boyd.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3.
11 Thomas. 11, 11, 11. 11, 11, 11. 11 MT tank. 11 MT tank.
Here's Burrow. To Mixon on the check down. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. At 5 yards on the play there, it's a drive will continue.
Here we go.
To the air again, Burrow. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Boyd. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
11 MT tank. 11 MT tank.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12.
11, 11, 11, 11 MT, 11 MT.
Play action. It's Burrow.
He's got his man on the crossing route. This is Higgins.
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown.
T. Higgins.
His 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Bengals are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And here comes a return for the middle of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
They'll start on the ground. Hall.
And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wilson.
Quick throw, knocked away, and incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
On third down, Wilson. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Here's the Jets punter now, standing just about on his own goal line. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Bengals will take over here, 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. They're looking at a 3rd straight win here if they can hold on. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw.
And he's got Hurst, his tight end. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Mixon try to punch it in, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Now it's looking incredibly likely to be a 3-0 start to this season. That is obviously excellent. 2-0 is one thing. 3-0, you really have some momentum.
And now they're serving notice to the rest of the league that they're a pretty darn good football team. Confident, aggressive, attacking at all times. This looks like a team that you're going to have to deal with. And guess what? Behind closed doors, they're trying to figure out ways to get better.
Fielded right around the 8. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Wilson. He's going to let it fly. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
And he'll find Hall. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now Wilson on 1st down. Going for it all.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had it and dropped it. That is an unforced error there, and it takes away what could have been a touchdown.
One last shot for Wilson. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals.
But if you step back and look at this, CD.
I come alive in the dark, and I keep getting stronger. My limit's the sky. I do the impossible, impossible.